Your boy know Ashley today.
Oh no, it's Ashley in real life. It ain't Ashley on the camera though.
Angles.
That's
how I got you.
And lighting.
That's how I got you with them angles.
What up, y'all? It's Dr. Tresha Matthews. Welcome to Couple Goals podcast. I'm here with
Coach Dee Matthews.
And we're gonna talk to you today about how to disagree as a couple.
Here we go.
Come on, push it.
Yeah, what vacation is this? 4 or 5.
Either one, let's go.
I don't know.
I don't even care.
Check it out though. Me and a wife, Punta Cana. Turn the email, man, I bought. She call me daddy when we on vacation. Even though I'm her kid's father.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the podcast. So today is Wedded Wednesday, talking about how to disagree as a couple. Like she said, there's all different kind of ways. So some people say, this is how I am. So we argue, I like this, and I like this, like that. That's just how it is. Well, you're going to be single that way. Or you're going to continue to be manless that way. Or womanless that way. So we're going to talk about some things, talk about a few ways how we get through it as far as disagreements. You can't be couples goals without learning how to actually reach a goal being a couple, because everything ain't going to be perfect. I'm still my own man. She's still her own woman. Even though we got shared interests, we got shared responsibilities, we got shared thoughts. We still got our own opinions about things and our own thought process against things. So, Dr. Tresha Matthews, take it away. Give us some tips on how we can agree to disagree.
Yes. So, like he said, everyone's got their own mindset. However, if you love the person you're with, then in your mind, you have to already know which things are non-negotiable and which things you're willing to waver on for that person. So, Dee likes all the doors closed and all the cabinets closed all the time.
Close.
My habit used to be that when I was cooking, I would open the spice cabinet, leave that open. I would have like the pot cabinet open, I'd leave that open. Maybe like some container I have a couple cabinets in the kitchen open. And he would come around and close them. In the beginning, I used to get so annoyed. Then I just decided, you know what? Having the cabinets open is not non-negotiable for me. It's not that serious. So I'm gonna just close the cabinets. It's not a big deal. And little things like that is what you don't argue on. So no, we don't agree. I think it's cool to have the cabinets open so I can move faster when I'm cooking. It annoys the hell out of him and it doesn't really slow me down that much. So let's close the cabinets. It's all good. Now on some things, however, the disagreement will come and you won't be prepared for it. It's like something just happened and somebody's mad and we got to deal with it in that moment. And for that situation, which it happens, for some people it happens a lot. For us, it's very rarely, but when it does happen, and we recently had that situation, it's a couple rules. You gotta have rules when you're disagreeing with your person. You can't be like, we arguing gloves off and start saying all crap, you fat bitch, you little you're gonna have to boop, boop, boop. But you know, it gets like that in the argument. People just start saying anything when their feelings are hurt. So off top, we got some rules. We don't call each other out of our names.
Yeah, that's number one.
So I'm never gonna be like, F you, this, you know, and start disrespecting him. We just don't do it. If we don't agree, it's like, I don't agree, I don't like it. I might have an attitude, I might roll my eyes or walk away, but I'm not gonna start calling him out his name, cussing at him, and the same. In addition, we're not gonna do that, disrespect each other or have that argument or disagreement in front of company. And company is everybody besides us.
Yep.
If we're in a room with anybody else, that disagreement has got to wait.
Yep.
Like, we could talk about it later. We just got to swallow it for that moment, get through that moment, get alone somewhere, and then we could talk about that. If you even still want to talk about it. Because what I find is that once I swallow it in the moment, we move on, and later on, you're not even thinking about that thing no more. So
it's time to eat. We be like, you hungry?
Exactly.
Like, I can eat. And then it's over with anyway.
So quick rules: don't disrespect each other. Don't do it in front of company.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Don't let other people see you arguing or mad at each other or stuff like that. You know, and just always keep the names. Don't do that. Don't call each other names. Don't start disrespecting, bringing out hurtful topics and stuff. You know, any woman you call her fat, she's gonna lose it in her head and she's fat forever. And guys love to do that, but Dee never does that, has never done it. But I've been in a relationship before I was fat. I was in a relationship where a dude told me I was fat. And it was just like, what? But you know, in my head, I'm this bomb, so I didn't listen to him. But I know that guys do that, and it's like, don't do that to your woman. Ladies, don't tell your man he got a little, because you're going to want some tomorrow. Don't do that.
Like, no, me and my little is out.
Never ever tell him he ain't shit. A lot of women do that. You ain't.
Yeah, I heard
Why
that.
you with me then?
I hear that a lot when it comes to arguments and stuff like that from people.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to come back from. And then like the next day, it's hard for a dude to be the next day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
To try to respect you and love you after you just told him yesterday he ain't.
Yeah, that's
In the
rough.
back of his mind, he's thinking, how long has she felt like I ain't?
Let's
I
see.
mean, our little situation this week, we had a little disagreement, which wasn't really a disagreement. It was just like a little crazy situation. We were in the
Some
car with the
miscues
kids.
or some
Yeah,
miscues.
yeah. We were in the car with the kids, so I didn't want to talk about it then and there. And then we got home. We were in the house with the kids, so we just moved on. We went to get something to eat. We went home. We was in the house with the kids. I'm playing video games. He's working. Everything was normal. The next day, we discussed it, but it was like real calm and like, yeah, this happened yesterday. He thought it was funny. I'm like, it ain't funny.
Yeah.
It was funny, but it wasn't funny. It was like, it was funny, but we need to talk about it though.
Yeah, it was both.
And then he clarified for me that what my perception of what had happened wasn't really what happened. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it wasn't really like that intentionally. This is just the turn of events is what happened. So cool. I was able to feel better about it, and we never really had the fight.
Yeah, most and with men and women anyway, most women would think with their heart and men would think with their head. In most cases, I mean, we got the ability to go back and forth. We kind of like a unique couple. We kind of, well, I understand that. I put my feelings aside and I thought it out, or I was just leading with my heart or whatever. So we both kind of got the ability. I'm more in tune with my feelings than the average man is, and she more in tune to what a man needs than, I won't say the average woman, but she can see things from both sides, really objective. You know, we always joke about, she's like, I'm just like a dude, so we always joke about that. So she able to see it from both sides too. But overall, generally, you may be in a relationship where the woman leads with the heart more, and the guy is just always trying to analyze stuff and process stuff, and you can miss that boat completely with each other. Like, and that's kind of like what happened this weekend was the fact that it was a couple of miscues, and then I was able to think about it, how she felt, and then I was able to reassure her that it wasn't that. And that's the other part as men, and I'm gonna talk to the guys for a second. Sometimes, like, I had the whole plan written out and the plan didn't go as promised, and it looked like she got the short end of the stick. And then what happens is, sometimes guys don't come back around and be like, yeah, my plan didn't go how it's supposed to, and I apologize. I literally had to say, that plan didn't go how I had it figured out. But I ain't mean to make you feel that way. You know what I mean? And that's it. Like, that little part can change everything, opposed to being like, well, I told you what the plan was. I don't know. Should have been ready. And then it's like, okay, that's how you feel. And then if it's done, then that's gonna come back up later on when you out getting pizza. And then it's like, oh, you ain't order my pepperonis? You don't like pepperoni? I thought you was on diet. No, I like pepperonis. Okay, cool, I've got pepperoni, so you don't even care about nothing. Just like when you ain't care that day, and it's gonna just snowball up. So fellas, just say it, man. Like, get out the way and be like, own it.
You definitely gotta close out every disagreement with some kind of a, you know what I mean, something. That disagreement closed out with him saying that's not how it was supposed to go, and me saying my bad for slamming the door. I just was in my feelings about how it went and feeling like that's what you meant to happen. And then he was like, nah, it wasn't supposed to go like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Cue the Dre
Done.
song, In My Feelings, right here.
And it was done. You know what I mean? It was done. So it was like, all right, cool, we're done. That won't come up in another argument. It's like, all right, it's over.
Yep.
But sometimes, like, you don't say anything, and it's true. Everybody, it's the big comedian joke. Women don't forget nothing.
Yeah.
But it's usually because men don't never make us feel better about what happened.
We'll never address it how we
It's like-
supposed to.
It's like, oh, so-and-so said you was cheating on me, and he like, that shit ain't true, and just walk away.
And then leave it.
And she
Right.
over here like,
no reassurance whatsoever.
I don't know.
Yep.
I still think you might have cheated on me.
Yep.
And that shit just holds on. So the next time you get home late from work, she like, you probably was with that bitch. And you like,
You didn't
what
clear.
are you talking about?
You gotta clamp it off. You gotta
be like, nah, so-and-so is tripping.
Yep.
What they saw or what they heard or what they thought was based on this.
Yep.
And let her be like, oh yeah, I see why they tripping.
Yep.
And we've had that situation too. We've had other women tell me, they cheating on you. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh nah, she's seen this right here, this post or this picture on Facebook, and in her mind it was something, but I know that girl and I know what's going on right there, and that's a client, and that's irrelevant, and we move on. But if that never came to the front to get addressed, looked at, clarified, then there might be a lingering thought of,
Yeah.
So fellas, clear it up. Like, you know, don't feel like you're too good to have to explain to your woman what's really going on and what's really good. Like, Dee do this all the time. If he's late or if he, you know, whatever, he'd be like, yeah, because this and that happened. Not in an explanatory way, but just informing me of what was going on that day, why he wasn't where he was supposed to be. And really all that does is give me the security of, okay, he wasn't off doing no bullshit because I know he was here. And it also gives me the power if somebody tell me some craziness, because, you know, we deal with a lot of people.
You know, a lot of people.
So, and sometimes it be lonely women and they be in their head like, Dee like me because he had hit me up and he said this. Girl, he was trying to get you to buy a shade. Stop. Yeah. So.
And it's all security stuff. That's one of the reasons why I save every text message. And it has saved me in the past. I'm like, nah, this is actually what I said. And not even so much with like women as far as like improper conversations or improper like contact, what they say I had with them or whatever, but just in other issues people had in our business. Oh, well, you hurt my feelings, you said this. Well, this is actually what I said, and here's a video. Oh, okay. So, you know, I do a lot of things to cover myself. I don't erase messages, and I also, like she said, keep her informed. Because, two, I don't want that stuff in my head. She remembers stuff more than I do, so she'll know where I was last Friday. I don't remember where I was last Friday. But if I already said it, like, oh yeah, we finna go down to the such and such, that way if it ever come back up, I'm like, hey, where was I last Friday? That's right, I was right there. So what is this person talking about? So yeah. Just cover yourself, man. It's not a check-in thing. It's not a I'm tying myself down thing. It's security, because I don't want to keep all that stuff in my head, these dates and times and where I've been and all that. Give it to her.
Yeah.
She can handle it.
And the last thing, ladies, when someone tells you something about your man, no matter what, I don't care what they tell you. They could be like, you know, Dee's car is green. I'll be like, no, it ain't. No matter what somebody trying to tell me in a negative way about my man, that's not what it is. That's not what's going on. You don't know.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure he had a good reason.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a good reason. It was probably business related. It was probably this.
Yeah.
Have your man's back. Listen, you could, again, behind closed doors, you could have that disagreement. But to the person who's bringing you the news, to the people that are watching while the news get brought to you, have his back. Because it'll stop people from doing that to you.
Yeah.
If you react, you like, what? The next person will come with some news for that reaction.
Yeah.
But if you like, what? Nah, he ain't do that. Get out my face with that BS. I ain't got time for that. They will leave you alone. They will stop bringing you news because they're not getting what they want out of it.
Getting that reaction.
And you can go home and fight about it later like, they told me you was downtown.
Yeah.
And he could be like, what were you talking about? Look, I was not. And you're like, okay, cool. Yeah. But don't do it in front of them and don't validate what they're saying when they're trying to, you know, either snitch on your man or put your man down. You know what I mean? Hold that together. Be a fortress for your man. Be a protection and a security so that can't nobody really come for him like that. Yeah. No matter what cues Dee missed, I'd be like, he was probably being silly. He was probably just playing. Yeah. He probably was just busy. You know, that's where all my excuses go for him. Yeah. It's never yup, he did that.
Yeah. I miss cues all the time because my focus be someplace else doing something else.
He's busy. He's a busy man.
I be working. You know what I mean? People be like, oh, you didn't get back to me on this, that, and the third. Apologize. Okay, what do you need? You know what I mean? I miss stuff all the time. So
quick recap. No name calling.
Boom.
Have some rules while you fighting. Don't disrespect each other. Save the fight for behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And ladies, have your man's back. And what he said, gentlemen, don't be too prideful to go back and close up the situation so that your woman can have closure.
Yeah. Shit. Boom. So take them nuggets and go fix your relationship and go have some babies or something. It's your boy, Coach Dee Matthews, and
Dr. Tresha Matthews.
See y'all next time for
Finance
Friday. Peace.